Okay, I muted everybody so we don't have background noise on the video. So tonight we have a couple of topics that we're going to talk about, and I promise I'm probably not even going to take the whole time tonight because I am flying solo and I have to get my children to bed before midnight. So, all righty, we are going to talk a little bit about Boost and Accelerator tonight. I've gotten that question at least twice in the last week, and it was something I thought that we needed to kind of address as a team, kind of talk about the differences and what the benefits are. A lot of people are not using these products, and I'm not sure if maybe they don't fully understand what they can do for them. But I think that in learning a little bit more about the products, you might find that they would actually benefit some of your customers. And so by learning a little bit more about the ingredients, I think you'll be a little more comfortable recommending them to people. So let's talk a little bit first about Boost. Okay, first of all, we need to know that, and you're going to learn why, but we need to know that both Boost and Accelerator, according to the packaging from Plexus, are not recommended for long-term use. That's very vague. They don't say what long-term use is. The only thing I found in my research on the ingredients in both products was one particular ingredient in Accelerator that they recommended not be taken for more than 16 weeks at a time, which would be about 4 months. So again, I don't know what long-term use is. Your customer might think that's 2 months or 3 months, but I would recommend for both of those products that they only be taken for a few months at a time, and then maybe a break for a month or two, and then they could be started up again. So both of these products are meant to help break through plateaus and help with weight loss. They have many, many other benefits as well, but that would be a goal for both of these products. The other thing to keep in mind is that they're not recommended for children. They're not recommended for those who are pregnant or nursing. And anyone with heart or blood pressure issues should double check this product with their pharmacist or their doctor. I'm not going to say that they should take it, but they should definitely get approval from their doctor or pharmacist if they have blood pressure or heart issues. My nutritionist, when I showed her this product initially, this was a product, the Accelerator, was a product that really concerned me when my husband was taking it when he first started these products. And when I talked with her about it, she said, this is a product that would increase blood flow to the heart or cause the heart to pump more blood. So I would not recommend this product to anyone who is a heart patient or for anyone long-term, because it would train your body to produce more blood when that's not how it's originally designed. My thought is that's probably similar to taking an acid blocker. Your body naturally produces stomach acid. When you're taking an acid blocker, you're preventing your body from doing what it's naturally supposed to do. So that's kind of how I think of this. It increases blood flow to the heart, but since that is not the amount of blood the heart normally pumps, your body may become accustomed to that. So that's why it's not recommended for use long term. So your body doesn't depend upon that. So that's why you would take it for a short period and then not take it for a while. I hope that makes sense. So let's talk a little bit about the Boost. I have taken both products. The Boost for me was not a product that I could take because I don't feel like my activity level is enough like Boost. If, for example, someone is very athletic, very active, they're working out, they're in the gym, they have a job where they're physically moving, not a desk job. I had a customer who was worked in an office, and she got this product and she said she just couldn't take it. Like, she would take it at lunchtime and she just had all this energy and she's sitting at her desk. And she couldn't, but I know other people, ambassadors on our team, their husbands, who take this product and love it. They take it as a pre-workout, and they have amazing energy and have great workouts. So I think a lot of it has to do with the amount of energy you're expending, if Boost or maybe Accelerator is better for you. I found the Boost to have almost, now this isn't like a scientific amount, but just for me, I felt like it had about twice the amount of caffeine that the Accelerator did. So whereas the Accelerator has the equivalent of about a cup of coffee's worth of caffeine, I feel like the Boost has about double that. Now that might be great for someone who, you know, drinks energy drinks, or someone who is accustomed to that level of caffeine, or someone, and I'm going to say this, and maybe this is bad to say, but even somebody maybe who uses Advocare Spark or something that has a lot of caffeine in it. So that's just a caution. If you have a customer who's questioning whether they should get Boost, I would always ask them, do you have a caffeine sensitivity? You know, are you active? Those are two questions I would definitely ask, along with, of course, if they have any heart or blood pressure issues, or if they're pregnant. Okay, so there is an ingredient in Boost called, guys, these ingredients are on the label. I'm going to botch them up and I'm not going to spell them. So just go with me and you'll look it up and you'll figure it out. Higamine. It is a, and these are all natural ingredients from plants, typically Eastern plants, things like East End cactus is in here, and lotus flowers. So a lot of these are from like the Eastern Hemisphere. So you're thinking more like, you know, the Indonesian area and stuff. But okay, so some of the things that this ingredient, higamine, may help with, of course, this is totally not compliant. We cannot say this, but it can help with asthma. It acts as a bronchodilator. It can help with weight loss. It's great as a pre-workout supplement. And shockingly, it can help with erectile dysfunction. This ingredient is one that helps relax different parts of the body. So it can help, it helps constrict certain parts of the body and relax others. So that's why it can act as a bronchodilator, meaning it can help relax the airways for the asthma, but it can also then help with erectile dysfunction, which is very fascinating to me. Okay, another thing to be aware of is higamine may possibly, I can't verify this for sure, but it's worth checking out, may possibly be an ingredient that is not allowed in sports. So if you have a client, a customer who is professional, I'm not professional, but who is doing sports at a college level or doing sports in some capacity where they are competing, there are certain natural herbs that are considered the performance enhancers. So that would be something they would need to check. This isn't going to flag a drug test in the sense of, you know, if you have to have a drug test for your job, you know, it's not going to flag a drug test, but there have been people who have been unable to participate in certain competitions because they were using this higamine, which is in Boost. So just keep that in the back of your mind. Another ingredient in Boost is calcium glycinate. There are lots of forms of calcium, just like there are lots of forms of magnesium. Calcium glycinate actually happens to be the most bioavailable form of calcium, meaning the body accepts it and processes it more readily than other forms of calcium. So it's a very good form of calcium, calcium glycinate. All right, and then the other ingredient that there's several ingredients that we're not going to cover in here. It's got B6, it's got chromium, the same as slim. So there's some ingredients that we're not going to cover tonight, but these are kind of the more interesting ones, or the different ones that you might not know about. Keep in mind with both of these products, this is really important. A customer actually pointed this out to me. With both of these products, they do contain folic acid, not folate. but folic acid. Meaning, if you have someone who has been tested with that MTHFR gene mutation, that what is the word I'm thinking? I can't even think of the word right now. Methylation, that has problems methylating folic acid. These two products would not be good for them. So keep that in mind. I was not aware that they contain folic acid, but they do. Also, the Plexus 96 contains folic acid too. The only ingredient that contains folate is the X factor. And then none of the other products contain either one. So, but anyway, these two do have folic acid in it, so that is something that you'll need to keep in mind. Okay, the last ingredient we're going to talk about for Boost is something called Carallumba. I'm going to botch this up so bad. Carallumba fimbriata, and it is an East Indian cactus. Random tidbit about this cactus: it was used in tribal villages as a famine food. And what that meant is they would eat this cactus and it would suppress their appetite in the event that there was a famine and there was not much to eat. So this one of the main things that this Carallumba fimbriata, it's a mouthful, can do is suppress the appetite. So if you are looking at Boost versus Accelerator and you're looking for something that's really going to help someone who's got just an appetite that will not quit, like they can't stop binging, this might be the product for them. 6 other things that this ingredient, Carallumba fimbriata, is good for: fat burning, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, meaning it can help with aging, help with making it look like you're not aging as fast, not helping you age. Increasing lean muscle mass, moderating blood sugar. These are awesome things, right? Okay, the other one that I thought was really interesting was that it helps the body use something called ATP. Get to look that up. But anyway, it's an amino acid, I believe. It helps your body use ATP as energy. So this thing that you already have in your body, this product, this ingredient, this cactus, helps your body use that as an energy source. So, quick overview of Boost. It's amazing for weight loss as a pre-workout. It does have caffeine from yerba mate and green tea, so those are natural caffeine sources. Many products that contain on the market that contain caffeine contain synthetic caffeine. So it's important to know that these are natural sources of caffeine, but there is a fair amount. So keep in mind that this product would be great for someone who is active, who maybe has a large appetite, who is looking for something that will help with lean muscle mass, bodybuilders, or people who are in the gym a lot, people who are wanting to get fit. It's also a great source of calcium. The glycinate is a good source of calcium, but this isn't a product that you would want to use if you have a methylation problem, if you're pregnant, nursing, have heart conditions. It can also, like I said, help with erectile dysfunction, which is and I have read testimonies in various groups that I've been in stating that that is indeed a side benefit of this Boost. So, okay, let's talk about Accelerator for a few minutes. All righty. Oops, just lost you guys. Okay. All right. So Accelerator. I will say, first of all, for Accelerator, there are some drug interactions with Accelerator that there are not with Boost. So this might be a product that if someone takes a lot of medications, you may want to have them double check this ingredient list with their pharmacist before they order this product. So we're going to talk a little bit about it, and then you'll see which kind of drugs might cause some interactions with the Accelerator. The Accelerator was originally formulated at one point in time when Plexus first started, and it was an amazing product, and people had fantastic weight loss results from it. However, it contained an ingredient that at the time was very similar to, but not the same as, an ingredient that was banned in several countries, and it was an issue. So it was a synthetic form of geranium, and Accelerator contained a natural form of geranium, but it was very similar, and similar enough to the point that Plexus felt like it was best to reformulate this product so as not to throw up red flags. And that happened. Amazon banned this product. It was supposedly banned in Australia. But again, it was a very big misunderstanding. People did not understand that this ingredient that was in the old Accelerator was not the ingredient that was the issue. It was a natural form of the plant. So you're still going to find articles. If a customer ever says, oh, I read the Accelerator is, banned, you can't even, it's illegal. It's not. It's bad old information that has never been updated online. So keep in mind that this is a new formulation. Now, I will say people that loved the old Accelerator were very, very upset with this new formulation. So it actually affected, I know my upline Carrie, when she first started, she said she actually lost a lot of customers because this new formulation was different than what they had in the old one. So keep in mind too, with the Accelerator, that it's not meant for long-term use. And one of the ingredients in the Accelerator is the same as in Boost. It's this higinamine. So the one that I said could help with asthma as a pre-workout, with weight loss, and even erectile dysfunction. That ingredient is an Accelerator as well, the higinamine. It also has something called hordenine, which is Hordenine, hordenine, and it acts as a natural MAOI inhibitor. We'll talk about that in a second. Helps boost metabolism, helps with mental focus, concentration, mood, energy. We have these MAO enzymes, and that stands for some long scientific word. These MAO enzymes that affect our central nervous system, when we have excessive levels of them, it can actually stimulate and cause neurological things such as ADHD. When we have too much of these enzymes, these MAO enzymes. So what this product does is it's a natural MAOI inhibitor, meaning it helps block and lower those enzymes to allow the hormone levels to remain strong, primarily the hormone dopamine. I don't know if you've heard of that, but dopamine is a neurotransmitter chemical, a hormone that helps with energy, pleasure, mental sharpness. So dopamine is a good thing. And dopamine's cousin, which we hear about often, is serotonin. And one of the ingredients in Accelerator is 5-HTP. 5-HTP is a neurotransmitter chemical, and what it does is it's a precursor, meaning it helps the body to produce serotonin. So serotonin is the happy hormone. Some things, if you look up 5-HTP online and you look up the benefits of 5-HTP, you will see things like it helps with, this is a big list, guys. It can help with insomnia. It can help with ADHD. It can help with PMS. It can help with PMDD, which is premenstrual dysphoric disorder. Think PMS times 1,000. Not fun. It can help with fibromyalgia, migraines, menopausal hot flashes, obesity, anxiety, and depression. 5-HTP is amazing. I mean, that's a huge list of things that can help with. So between the hordenine that helps block some of those MAOI enzymes and helps with focus, concentration, mood, and dopamine levels, and the 5-HTP that helps with depression and serotonin and all those things. Plus, you have this ingredient called hawthorn, which is a plant, hawthorn. Hawthorn, according to WebMD, can help with menstrual issues, help with digestive issues, including tapeworms. It can help with anxiety. And it's also been shown to help with heart conditions and congenital heart issues and blood pressure issues. Now that's interesting because this product actually isn't recommended for people that have heart or blood pressure issues, but one of these ingredients, this hawthorn, has been shown to help with heart issues. Now, let's talk for just a second about, okay, both of these products are going to have caffeine in them from yerba mate and green tea, which means that they are going to stimulate adrenaline in the body. So if you have someone who's struggling with adrenal fatigue, and that's something you'll have to Google if you're not familiar with it, but if you have someone who is struggling with their adrenals, these two products are going to stimulate the adrenals, which is not what you want to do. So for most people, that's not an issue. If someone has said that they're struggling with their adrenals, then you probably would want to steer them away from these two products. Now, that being said, this Accelerator is quickly becoming one of my favorite things. I've seen huge improvements from this product in my moods. And I feel like as a person who has struggled in the past with depression and who has struggled with being on medications for various issues, including depression, I did not feel like those medications were what I needed. And they made me feel kind of weird and flat and like I just didn't have any emotions at all. And I felt like I didn't want to be on medication for the rest of my life. And of course, helping improve my gut health has helped tremendously with my moods. But this product is helping me in a natural way with my moods, in a way that the prescription I was taking years ago wasn't. So that being said, because Accelerator can help increase serotonin levels in the body, if someone is taking prescription antidepressants, they really need to make sure that they check with their doctor before they take Accelerator. Because if they're taking a product, a pharmaceutical to increase serotonin, and they're taking Accelerator to increase serotonin, they may get too much of that in their system. Now, is it possible that maybe they could take Accelerator and at some point get off of an antidepressant? Yeah, I think so. That's my non-professional opinion. Yeah, I think so. But that, again, that's not something that we can, that's not in our realm of practice. That is something that they would, need to talk to their doctor about. So those are kind of the differences between Boost and Accelerator. And that hopefully gives you a better idea of the two. Does anybody have any questions about one or the other, or which might be better? I want to talk for a second about the March Madness sheets, but I want to see if anybody has any questions first about Boost or Accelerator.
Yeah, real quick. Can you hear me?
You have to unmute your, yeah.
I did.
Did
you
you
hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You had said for Boost, they need to be like very active, athletic, that kind of stuff. If someone wants to take this and they're not those things, it's okay to use Accelerator. You don't have to be as active.
Yes, you don't have to be, but you also have to be able to tolerate the caffeine.
Okay.
When I took the Boost, I kind of felt like my insides were like raring to go. Like I had that rush of almost like I have so much energy and I don't really know what to do with it. And to me, that almost felt jittery or kind of like I wanted to come out of my skin. So but I don't do a lot of caffeine. So I don't tolerate caffeine real well. If someone likes that feeling and they're used to that feeling because they drink Monster or Red Bull or whatever, they wouldn't necessarily have to be active, but they would have to be aware that they might feel a lot of energy. Now, my husband, when he took Boost, that's the product that helped him kick his 20-year Diet Coke addiction. He also said when he took Boost, he felt like his insides were warm. Boost is a thermogenic, so it's designed to help heat the core so that your body burns fat. And so he said when he took Boost, he almost felt like in the inside it was warm. He said it was the weirdest feeling. It wasn't bad. It just felt like
different,
warm.
Okay.
It's kind of interesting. So he prefers Accelerator to Boost, but I will say that when he was taking the Boost, that was when he stopped drinking the Diet Coke.
Okay.
And has never gone back to it. So
Good.
Does anybody else have any other questions about either one? Yes, no, maybe so. Okay. All right. Well, let's chat just a second because I know people are going to watch this on a recording. Well, maybe they will. Hopefully they will watch this on a recording. But let's talk for a second about the March Madness sheet, which is, yes, indeed, going to be backwards. I don't know if I can flip my camera on here. Hey, I can. Okay. Here we go. Hey, looky here. Alrighty. Okay, so this is our March Madness sheet, and the lighting is terrible here. Okay, so what I have done is I went ahead and just made up some random numbers here because I wanted to give people an idea of how you might be able to earn some points with this contest. So in each column for each day of the week, you're going to jot down which things you have accomplished that day. And then you're going to total it, and you're going to put your weekly points. This is week 2, so I circled week 2. Now, what happens if over here, let's say it says talk to 3 new people a day. What if on Wednesday, I didn't talk to 3 new people, meaning I didn't message them and share plexus with them. I only talked to 2 people that day, but I talked to 1 person on Tuesday. If I talk to 1 person on Tuesday and the other 2 on Wednesday to make 3, then I'm going to go ahead and give myself the points for that. So the same for adding Facebook friends. I don't necessarily have to add all 5 of them in the same day. If I added 2 of them on Monday and 2 of them on Tuesday and only 1 on Wednesday, I can add that 2 points whenever I have gotten 5 new Facebook friends added. Hopefully that makes sense. But basically what I'm saying is this is for the end results, and I don't really care how you get there. So if this is something you've spread out over several days, I saw on Karen's sheet last week, she had added, 5 new Facebook friends, and each time she added one, she just made a little dot like this. And then when she got to 5, 5 little black dots, then she knew that she could add her points. So whatever you got to do. Now, this one here is following up with 10 people each Friday. Well, obviously, that's something that you're kind of supposed to do on Friday, but let's say you only follow up with 5, and then you do the other 5 on Saturday. It doesn't matter. I don't care. Just put the points down whenever you have accomplished whatever this is. Does that make sense? You can't add it twice, but when you get that total, you can write it down. Okay, meeting with a new prospect. So that might mean that you have somebody come over to your house and you're chatting with them, or you go to lunch with them, or maybe even on your break at work, you're sharing plexus with someone in the coffee room. That still counts. Attending a training event. So tonight, everyone who is on this call live is going to get 2 points plus 10 bonus points because you were on live. Yay! Now, if you did not participate in this event live tonight, you did not attend a training event. You watched a training video if you watched the recording of this, and you get 1 point. So you're not going to do all of these every week. There's no way. Some of these are advancing in rank. You can only possibly advance in rank once a month anyway. So you may not have anything in this purple section on week 1 or week 2 or week 3. You might have something on week 4 or week 5. Up here it says host an event. Well, you're not going to host an event probably every week, but I know Laura's hosting an event next week, so she's going to get points for that. And if we do a live Facebook event and you're inviting people and participating, then you would count that as hosting an event. So you might only get some of these one time a month. Signing up a new ambassador with a welcome pack. You know, you might not have anyone this week, but next week you might have 2, for example, that you could, you know, get credit for. This is getting a new ambassador commission qualified. So last week I added a new ambassador and be above her welcome pack. So if she has 1 new customer between now and the end of the month, she'll get her 100 PV over her welcome pack, which means that I earn points for her on my team. And that means she's commission qualified. Just because they bought a welcome pack doesn't mean that you get points for them, and it doesn't make them commission qualified. If they are commission qualified, they have 100 PV plus their welcome pack. And so this may be the same person and it may be a different person. Does that make sense? Let's say you have somebody that buys a welcome pack, but they go ahead and order enough extra products that they have 100 PV plus their welcome pack. You might be able to count both of those on the same day for the same person. But this also might be somebody from last week, and then, you know, 2 weeks later, they're commission qualified. So adding a new customer, upgrading a customer to an ambassador. This only gets 2 points versus 3 because it's a little easier to upgrade a current customer than signing up someone brand new who wasn't a current customer. Okay, doing a Facebook Live. Guys, you can do a Facebook Live on whatever you want. It does not necessarily have to be Plexus related. You are doing a Facebook Live. I personally wouldn't do one every day, but knock yourself out if you want to. Like I said, it doesn't have to be Plexus related. The point is that you're getting out of your comfort zone and you're doing live videos and you are putting out valuable content, which hopefully will draw people into wanting to follow you and wanting to know what you're going to do next and what you're up to. Anything else on here? Okay, personal development is going to be like reading a personal development book, a leadership book, or something like that. Maybe listening to a podcast or something like that. Watching a training video. Guys, there are so many training videos. Posting a product selfie. Okay, if you post on social media, let's say you post about Plexus, but it's an article or a testimony, you get 1 point. If you post on social media and that is a selfie, a product selfie, you would get 2 points that day. Okay, I don't want to get cut off. I know I'm going to any second now, but you're going to total up your points and then you're going to add it up for the week. And then whoever earns the top 3 points wins a prize for this week. I'm still figuring out what it's going to be, but I promise I'll get it posted in the next day or so once I figure out what the prize is. And so last week our winners were Laura and Lucy. So yay! And we're going to see who has the most points this week. All right. Thank you guys so much for hopping on tonight. Thank you for recording this, Karen. I appreciate you so much. You guys make sure you add your bonus points for being on the call live. And Christy, and there's 4 of you. So you guys, 4 of you